and welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm Christianna Hurt, owner and founder of Wealthycollegekid. So, in my 3 years of entrepreneurship, I have lived in 2 penthouses, 1 apartment, 1 condo, and now a townhouse. The reason I switched so much wasn't because I couldn't afford or, couldn't pay anything financial. It's because I really come, to realize what I look for in a living space and what you guys should obviously, think about if you are considering a penthouse. So if you guys have ever been to Orlando, I lived at Central Station, which is at the beginning of downtown Orlando, and then I lived at the infamous 55 West at the very, very top in the penthouse, which the first penthouse was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it was 1,600 square feet, and it was $3,000 a month. And then the second penthouse, I want to say, was around 1,600 to 1,800 square feet, but was $4,500 a month. And it was a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and it was 2 stories at the top of the building. It was really, really pretty. Now, taking from that, you obviously only get 1 or 2 parking spaces when you live in a high-rise, especially in the downtown area, which can be a bitch. There were a lot of car break-ins at the original place. In the second place, there was a lot of homeless people, as well as, to have friends over, they had to pay to park, or it was very, very, exhausting and long if you were trying to get out on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night to leave to go somewhere or to get into your home. It would just be like hell because you are in downtown. Another thing that I took away from is trash valet obviously came every day. So if you had like a lot of trash, you had a party, it was be in the hallway, which was nasty. Dog piss always in the elevators at the second penthouse. There was a lot of pros and cons. I feel like the only pro was the view. Like the honest, to God truth is the only pro is the view. There was nothing special about the floors. There was nothing special about the floor plan. There was nothing special about anything except, the high-rise view, which I think was a waste of money after about 30 minutes. Just for me, I took pics and stuff and it was cool, to be like, oh, I live in a penthouse, but at the end of the day, I feel like it was a huge waste of money. I feel like I wasted thousands of dollars paying rent for a building and in a unit that, 1, I wasn't happy with the people I was sharing the space with, so that alone was like, this is a waste of money. 2, the parking situation. 3, the location of just downtown and homeless people, strippers, and everything about it was just stupid. So I left to go to the suburbs, and the problem with the suburbs and the apartments were too many people could tell where I lived. And too many people could oh, you live here? And it was just no. So that was a dub to becoming and moving to a super, super gated community with a guard person, not a guard gate, not a code, a whole person in a very, very, upscale neighborhood with just families and things like that. I didn't want to go all the way to a house just because I have no children. I don't have a stable relationship. I'm not in a relationship. So for me, the townhouse was, 1 step below that. Now, have I considered other townhouses? Yes, I have considered other townhouses in a different neighborhood, but there was no gate. And I really came to realize how important it is to have a gate. Just as I continue to grow online, continue to grow in general, it's just a little bit more important, to have that extra bit of security. And plus my dating choices have been very, very toxic. So of course, you gotta have a gate, that way there's no pop-ups. I do have people that have tried to pop up on me. So in my opinion, I have a townhouse now for only $2,000 a month. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-bedroom, 4-bath. 2-car garage in a gated community. You guys can actually see my house tour on my channel as well. I actually did upgrade my house a lot since that house tour, so I may do an updated one, but there's not really a lot changed except for new stuff that I did buy. Obviously my painting being, in a lot of my videos. But other than that, I don't feel like it was crazy, but for the price of the buck, $2,000 a month for the place that I'm living is really, really good. I looked into downsizing to a 1-bedroom, and most of the 1-bedrooms would run me anywhere from $1,500 to $1,800 a month, so it just didn't make sense to move, even though I do have all this space, which is why I renovated and bought, different furniture and kind of moved things around to make it a little bit more singular. I don't know. I'm gonna be doing a guest room, which I'm excited about, just so, when I do have friends, hopefully people don't try to live with me, but that comes with the territory of having a house. But my biggest take from penthouse living is just don't do it. Do it, but do it with a friend. I wouldn't do it solo like I did. It was very, very stressful no matter how much money I made to consistently pay out all that money into rent and to be unhappy in the space. I think it's overrated, and I think people don't talk enough about why it's so overrated and how much money it really is. Like, you may just think it's only $3 grand a month, but 3 times 12 turns into like $36,000 a year just on rent. So it just doesn't become worth it. The people down there are freaking mean and just stupid. Stupid. Be honest, really. But if you're somebody who is in the entrepreneurship world and started making money, save your money. Don't move yet. That's gonna be your biggest output, is gonna be your rent. So really take the time to really look into where you want to move. And if you're gonna continuously move, don't waste a lot of money on, you know, a place that you're only gonna be for one lease. Like, all those places I only stayed for 12 months and then I moved again. This will be the only place that I actually renew my lease for a second year. And I actually haven't even told them I've renewed it. So I'm still kind of on the fence, you know, on the fence. But all in all, I personally just think, you know, as an entrepreneur, the max you should be paying in rent for your first, you know, 2-3 years, especially with taxes, is $2,500 max. I wouldn't pay more than $2,500 in rent my first 3 years, just because I'm still, you know, getting used to my books, getting used to hiring people, getting used to a lot of things that at year 5 will be, you know, I'll be used to it and accustomed to it, so it'll be easier to, you know, do and move and be able to run my business. So I just believe in living like very below my cost of living. That way, you know, I do buy nice stuff, I do travel a lot, and I don't think about any of it because, you know, I'm not wasting $7,000-8,000 for my house that I'm never in. Does that make sense? I feel like that's a good little Chris talks about why I don't live in a penthouse, why I think penthouses are overrated, and my journey of, you know, living in a penthouse to moving to a house and just this, that, and the third. I just think it was a total fucking waste of money. I'm gonna be honest with you. Bye, guys.